into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
With the Brooklyn Cafe Show and the Adventure Games Society. How are we doing, Dawn and Freddie asks?
Working on it. We've gotten through one game, and Brian won. And we played, what was it, To the Moon?
Catch the Moon.
Catch the Moon. And now we're on to Sword Crafters. I was kind of hoping we could create a whole sword for you, Freddie, because you need to work in the aspects of my wand and the realm of the crown, I now call myself.
Take it easy.
We're going to play the Sword Crafters, and we're here live with the Adventure Game Store and Dragon's, is it Lair?
Dragon's Lair, that's right.
And Dragon's Lair. They are an adventure game store in Davie, Florida. And Hector, our animator, brought them, introduced us. Unbelievable. Thousands of games, board games, games to play with friends, family, meet other people. It's a great way to network, to socialize, and to have some fun and strategize. Right? What is this game we've got going? The Adventure Game Store.
This is called Sword Crafters. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a 3D cardboard sword using different colored gems.
Oh.
And at the end, we're going to score on various different criteria. One of the criteria is how many colors that you have adjacent to each other on each side, because your sword is going to have 4 sides. Another way that you're going to be able to score is going to be length as well, because we all know length is very important.
All right, how do we do this?
Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get a starter sword.
Here's your starter sword, Freddie.
Thank you.
Ever notice people always just like to pick their pieces? That starts the most controversy when you play a game.
Yes.
I want this, I want that.
It's much better when the pieces are random. That way no one has that. So we all have a sword now, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I do.
So the turn goes like this. We're going to first go around the table and we're going to make what's called a cut, which means that you're going to say, I want to move a certain number of the pieces. So like, let's say you want to cut this away. And then it goes to her, and she's going to make a cut like this. And then he makes a cut, and he makes a cut, and I make a cut. At the end, then we pick pieces. We're going to pick a pile, right? Let's say this pile or this pile or this pile or whatever. And then you're going to build your sword with them. And it's built in like a waffle pattern.
Okay.
Very easy. And at the end, after we go through all of the tiles that are in the box, we'll go ahead and grade your sword.
You got that, Kelsey? All right,
Sounds good. I'm a second behind here, but I've been interested to build Freddy's. So
oh, you're going to build Freddy's sword. Okay. He's giving you a thumbs up.
Just make sure to make it nice and sparkly and have a New York pattern somewhere.
And there you have it. And that's how you got Freddy. Yeah, we're rolling here a little bit on this Manic Monday at the cafe. And while we're putting this together, we've got Michelle. We should put Michelle on camera 3, Dylan. Can you set that up? Because we're also talking Dot Day and what's going on here at the Heart of Delray Galleries. We go into season. All right, what do we need to do first?
So I took first player here just to get us started. And what you're going to do after I made my cut, I cut the pieces in half. You're going to make a cut too.
Okay.
So the only requirement is that your cut has to be a straight line. So this is a legal cut, and this is a legal cut. That's totally legal. But this, it's not a straight line, not legal.
So it was in my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just going to turn one group of parts into 2 groups of parts. Super easy.
Oh, so we can just do it like this, right?
That's
Make
your
it
cut.
simple? All right.
Yeah, that's your cut.
You make a cut?
Now,
Yes?
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Hey.
All right, so I can do something like this.
Yes, that's a legal cut.
And how many people come through the game store?
Oh, in a given week, we see hundreds of people. I mean, over the weekend, there were probably 200 people come through the shop over the course of the weekend.
Michelle, you have a favorite game?
Favorite game?
You play board games?
Sometimes. Pictionary is one of them. Obviously.
Classic.
Yeah.
Anya, can you give Michelle that mic or? All right, now what do we? Hector's turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can make a cut. Hector, have you ever played this game?
Never.
And if we wanted to create our own Brooklyn Cafe game, how would we do that?
Well, I think you'd come up with some kind of idea of what it would be about, and well, I mean, how you come up with the game, I guess, is entirely up to you.
But we can start with the box.
How it turns into an actual game. Yeah, I'd recommend starting with the white box, maybe read a few of the essays in there so you can get some kind of idea about what game design is about and how the different pieces might work together. And then really the way games are made is you come up with an idea and you start playing with it. And then you refine it and you discover over the course of playtesting it over and over again what's good about it, how it can improve, whether it was a good idea to start with, whether it was something you can get working going. But once you've come to the point where you've got a complete game design and you're like, okay, you know what the game is and now you want it to be made and published, you can put the design up on Kickstarter. You guys have a fantastic video creation crew here, there, and a good video is always a big plus for a Kickstarter project. And there's a ready group of people out there that are looking to fund new game ideas that they think are interesting.
Is that true?
Yep, absolutely. And they will send money your way, and over the course of about 30 days, you see how much money you can raise to get the game printed. And when that's done, you get the money, and then you need to find a printer, and you need to contract with artists. You guys know a bunch of artists, I would imagine.
We know a few artists.
Just a few.
Yeah. You need to get in touch with a graphic designer and a layout person.
We know a few of those too.
And if the game includes plastic pieces, you need to get in touch with a factory that does extruded plastic pieces. And those are all the sorts of things that we can help guide you through.
Well, there's no doubt we would need a fedora.
Sure.
We would need a wand. We would need a microphone.
You need a lot of microphones, to be honest.
We could be all different colored microphones, right? So this could be the pieces,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
If you have an idea for the Brooklyn Cafe Show, call them in. 888-994-4995. That sounds like it'd be a great idea, though. And it's not as hard as I had imagined creating a game would be. You see all of these games and they seem so intricate, and many of them are, but for us to create a fun game that our friends can partake in and it's something personal for us, that sounds like a great idea and a great gift too with the holidays coming up.
So, Freddie, the pieces, we could do microphones. We need a fedora, a wand.
Those could be the moving pieces.
Exactly. Now you just need the concept behind it.
Aspirin, things of that nature.
One of the
I
things,
see you're having one of those days today.
Yes.
one of the things that we'll be teaching in the society is we'll be teaching some graphic design. We'll be teaching some 3D modeling. We're installing a 3D printing station in the society. So if you wanted to, if you knew how to render 3D images, you could print out a microphone and a wand and a fedora and all the things that.
In Hector's face, Hector, how would you
Finally.
like to help do that?
Finally, he used my degree for something.
But you know, but think how great that is, right? You found the Adventure Game Store to interact with people as a club to do things, and now it'll go with your degree to maybe make some pieces to help a game, design some games.
Yeah, they always got. At least it helps to know they have someone on board.
You know, the pieces
Absolutely.
can also be the end of the game. Like he had the teardrops, so maybe the person that captures the wand or the unicorn or whatever wins.
That too.
Well, it's much like he said. In order to make a game, you first have to figure out what you want to be the game about. Then you have
It's
to
the
figure out the
concept of
mechanics
the
and you have
game.
to play it around.
Yes.
How to run a production company.
There you go.
I'd say start smaller. Like how do you do it? Like how to set up a shoot.
We can have a teddy. You make a teddy piece. Teddy, you're gonna be a piece on the board.
What do you think, Anya?
I definitely love playing games, so
Are you good at it?
yeah. I used to play my favorite game as a child, the Game of Life. I used to play that all the time.
You know, I've never played that game.
Really?
What's wrong with you?
I've never played that game. And I tried to do games with my kids, and somehow we just never had the attention span. What's the one everyone's playing now? Something for Humanity? Cards for Humanity?
That is not
That's a
kid's
fun
game.
one.
I know
not
that.
one to play with the kids.
Not
No,
at
that's
all.
not one. But then
Or
they
on
came out
the
with
air.
Apples to Apples for the kids, right? So that we played.
So it's okay.
Oh, Dawn, we can digitize your wand, reverse engineer it, rapid prototype it.
And
It's a
here we go.
3D printing machine.
And here it goes.
So I used to use a Steinbeckler optical digitizer.
Yes.
I used to digitize items and then put them into CAD and then rapid prototype them.
She's going to digitize.
Digitize.
Redigitalize my wand. I know. The guys asked how many wands I have. I have a new one coming
Oh.
on Wednesday. A
You
new one
should
being
have like a
delivered.
Harry Potter wand where you like can point it at things like in the park and stuff happens. It'll be like electronically connected. Like maybe you could blow, Freddy's hat right off his head.
Visualize it and it shall happen. Actually, we may need sound effects for that next intro. When I take my wand down, I go, your hat lifts, a new client walks in the door, the on-and sign blinks. That's what it is. That's why I have so many wands. It's like the wand chooses me for the day.
Let's build one more.
Let's build one more.
So we finished the cutting phase of the round, and now we're going to do the building phase. So you're going to select one of these piles, and you're going to build it on your sword. And if you select this pile here,
Yeah.
you will be first player next round.
Oh, I like these.
I think that in our game, all the pieces should be
Yes.
like you have all the producers make pieces that resemble them. You will go down in infamy. You'll be
All right, Kelsey, your turn.
Michelle,
Go ahead
the
and-
evil
and
witch.
Pick one out for me.
Which one do you want?
Let's make you
Is this
first player
on?
next round.
Sounds good.
And what are the hours? How many days are you open? What are your hours of the store?
So our official hours are from noon until the last game ends, 7 days a week.
It's gonna be up to midnight. I've been there. I've seen it.
Be later than that. On board game night, we're sometimes there till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's pretty typical for board gaming.
And and when is board game night?
Thursdays.
Also on Sunday.
We also do Sundays, and there's usually another night during the week where a group of board gamers will come in. But the main board games night is Thursday at the moment.
And you're
when the
located-
society opens up full-fledged, we'll be doing more than one a week.
I wanted to ask you before we get off this part of the show, what's your favorite game?
Ooh, that's tough. There's so many categories.
You can only pick one. I know it's tough. That's meant to be tough.
So if I had to pick one game to play with forever,
Yes, a forever game.
well, it's so tough. It would probably be a role-playing game, because with those you can constantly reinvent and make your own worlds
I
and make
love
your own
that.
stories.
Yes.
Am I playing by myself or with other people?
Other people.
Then it would probably have to be Dungeons and Dragons.
Really?
Yeah.
That good.
Yeah.
It's not even just good. It's just so flexible.
It's very accessible, especially the edition that's out right now.
Yeah, like I said, I chose Rome. It was one of the few games I chose Rome because it was easy for me to understand.
That's nice to hear, because I've always heard about Dungeons and Dragons and I wanted to learn it, but I always figured it was something so complex and you're building a world that I wouldn't be able to pick it up easily. But it's nice to know it's accessible.
It looks intimidating, but actually once you learn the hardest part of the game, making a character, it all begins to make sense.
All right, stay tuned. We're going to switch over to radio 95.3 FM 1470 AM. To get involved, contact the Adventure Game Store at 954-580-9008 at 6895 Sterling Road. As soon as the cafe opens in another week or two, we're going to be heading down there and doing a remote. You'll have to come join us for game day at the
Come on
cafe.
down and join the society. I think that is really cool.
We're going to continue building our sword, create a Brooklyn Cafe TV game, type in your comments and questions, and we will be right back.
I'm going to join you in this.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee, and it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Are you ready for the challenge? Do you know what's coming? Are you ready to become a healthier you in 12 weeks? Welcome to Shred Zone. Shred Zone Fitness offers a personalized training program that you can do. With 30 minutes of time and online daily support, motivation, and a customized, easy, and flexible program designed with you in mind. Contact us at ShredZoneOnline.com and Shred Zone Fitness Studio, 561-331-2059. Shred Zone Online gives you 24/7 access to your personal trainer, personalized nutrition suggestions, strength training, and weekly accountability. Contact Shred Zone today at 561-331-2059. Let Shred Zone shred you to a better health. ShredZoneOnline.com or 561-331-2059.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient, that little bit of adventure in a bottle, to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Nick. I'm at Hey Mr. DJ Courtesy Limo. I service all of South Florida. We offer really great services. We offer DJ and limo service. When you book the DJ service through us, you get the Courtesy Limo for the entire day. My office number is 561-507-4376. Mention Yelp or Google, you get 15% additional savings. You can look me up on Yelp or Google on the Hey Mr. DJ.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. We are here on our second hour with Sandra and Michelle.
With Sandra and Michelle. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Now today has been
a manic Monday.
A depressing Monday.
Another one.
Today is a Monday why people don't like Mondays. Normally I love Mondays because I love what we do, and I do love what we do. I feel like Janine Davis right now. I've been quoting them all day. God bless you. I feel like Janine on a manic Monday. You just have to be authentic and just, it is what it is, and we keep going.
The funny thing about today...
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea. is that we didn't have any Ethernet for the first hour. We got it at the 3/4 mark. Yes. And now I'm hoping the radio station can hear us, JoJo, because the phone's volume was down. So I had to call 15 people. I had to disturb Bob. Bob, thank you very much, Bob Mercy from WNN. I had to disturb him at lunch to get AJ's number. For some reason, my phone is acting up. And this is what I got for Facebook. That's all I got.
Joe, are you there?
Joe, please be there.
Hi, Joe.
Joe, I hope you're there and you're doing 2 boards, because he is doing another board.
Maybe not. Joe, you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Happy Monday, Joe.
Okay.
We should have a new game. What is Joe wearing today?
I know. What is Joe wearing today?
Anyway, today is truly a manic Monday. It is also International Dot Day. It was yesterday, but apparently you can celebrate it any day around the realm with International Dot Day. And it's created off the book, The Dot, and how you leave your mark on the world through creativity. And
Here's my mark on the world.
You've left your mark on the world
mark on you
with this whole studio.
If I take a red mark and put a dot on my phone, will I qualify?
You know, that's what my dad once did in school. He was in school and they told him to draw a picture, and he did. He put a black dot on a piece of paper. And the teacher said, "What is that?" And he says, "It's a ghost."
Yeah, I did that.
And apparently they did not like that answer, and he was sent to detention. But yes, that is what happened. But
I did it, but I got an A.
You got an A, and he did not do very well.
I did it because the guy says anybody who's brave enough to do this deserves an A. But mine was a red dot. Now let me ask you, I joined the Red Dot organization, reddot.com I think it's called.
Okay.
And they send newsletter and stuff. Yeah, I joined.
Today?
Yeah.
That was the International Dot Society you joined.
Yes, and do you know everybody in there walks around with a dot? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. And I'm going to put a dot on our hearts, on our hope hearts. I'm going to put a dot to pass it forward.
Pay it forward.
Because they talk about having an idea. Like we have an event here on October 4th.
Correct.
Right? That's a very creative idea. And that dot symbolizes creative thought. And what are we about? We are about creative thought. Now, this young lady here, she started an organization. I think you just celebrated a year, no?
Yes, with United Latinas.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We started our first launch party October of last year, was our kickoff.
Right.
Launch.
That's what I'm saying. It was around this time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was creative thought as well. But you're here to talk about a different aspect, a different
Oh, we got a lot of things
We got a lot.
cooking.
Well, you got a lot of things.
We got a lot of ideas cooking. You're not going to want to miss this. So give us a call at the cafe, 888-565-1470. You can also write into the show, leave questions, comments. On the last hour, we had the Adventure Game Store. They have a streaming cafe, and they stream some of their gaming.
Streaming or screaming?
Streaming on Twitch.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Once
We're
they-
on Twitch.
Well, I know that. So once they open up that second area, we're going to be able to do our show there and bring in all the gamers, create our own game board, which will be a lot of fun. But it's how do you leave your mark on the world creatively?
And then I was talking to one of our new producers, new girl,
Anya.
and she says that she can draw the pieces for the game board, that we are going to create our own game board. Even Michelle's going to be a part.
Absolutely.
And we are going to make the pieces people.
People?
Yes.
Do you want to make them people, or do you want to be like real creative and let everybody have their own icon? Like Dawn could be a wand.
And you can be a hat.
Oh, that could be interesting. But that's like the Game of Life where
And
they had
he
that.
has a hat.
Yeah, but that's like the Game of Life where they have that different. No, that was
That's
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
I don't want to copy that. Well, maybe. I'm
No,
just
you would
throwing.
be more creative. You would be more colorful. You could make them different. Bigger.
We are colorful, all right. We got.
Now
You have art?
over the weekend, they talked about the little green men soldiers being an icon now. Now, you ever had green soldiers when you were
The
growing up?
Army Men, and that's in the
Army
Toy
men?
Story movie.
Look at the girls too. You guys had yes.
Yes.
But those Army men, all of a sudden, there's all sorts of history. People writing stuff on them because a lot of people grew up with them little green Army men.
Well, you heard Pam Polani last week was on, and she said that little green Army man got her through her bar exam.
Yes.
After this first day, she looked at it and she just had this conversation with her little green Army man of strength and said, "You got this." And she went in, and you can't bring anything in, but she knew with that green Army man, this was years ago, that she was able to get through her bar.
Well, it's amazing because if I knew that it was that simple in life to get through everything, I would have put an Army man around my
What do they say?
neck.
Well, it doesn't hurt you, makes you stronger.
Yes. But little green Army men, I remember my mother bought me a pack of them. There must have been 50. I thought it was 500. And I grew up with that for years. I thought they were real.
Do you want to laugh?
Yes.
So I went through this whole feng shui aspect in my
If
life
you didn't tell me they
years
came
ago.
alive, I'm out of here.
I put them out by my front door for protection.
What, the Army men? How old were you?
It was a few years ago.
You don't even want to know that.
I was old enough to have children that my son had the Army men.
I really think there is
And
something.
you just said that on air.
I think there is really something wrong with you. I am completely. Somebody help me, please.
But it's all about visualization. It doesn't have to be
Apparently
literal.
she felt
It's
she
about
needed protection.
Did it work?
apparently I'm still here. It was the protection of my home, right? It's what you visualize.
Do your kids know about you?
Oh,
Were you
I've got
taken
a
away
story
by the
I'll tell
aliens?
you off air. I went to
Did you hear what she said? Did you guys, do you understand the fundamentals of this concept?
that I put the army men outside my home to protect me, the little green
I mean,
ones.
that's not even something that I would expect Dylan to do.
Well,
And
this
Dylan
weekend,
does a lot of things.
I went to a restaurant this weekend. We've had them on our show before, and everything is a wood pizza place. And the restrooms say wood and no wood. And there were a lot of doors. I can't even tell you. I said to my kids, the restrooms are back there, but I don't know how many they are. And they said, why? I said, because I don't understand the sign.
Wood or no wood? Really?
Honest to goodness.
First of all,
they
that's-
looked at me and they
that's a-
said, Mom. I said, I don't understand the... And I really, it did not make any sense to me. I thought,
Really?
truly. And they said, how did you get through this many years in life and not understand things like that?
But
It's
wait
a
a minute,
wood
wait a
fire
minute.
pizza place.
Wait a minute.
And all
Wood
the shirts
no
said
wood.
got wood,
Uh-huh.
wood fire pizza.
Yeah, but I don't think they should have had that sign.
Well,
No,
now I
probably
understand, but I
Is
didn't...
that family oriented?
I didn't understand the concept.
I don't blame you. On that one, I give you a pass.
Right?
On the little man protecting
so
your
much.
house, not at all. Not at all. That is completely to another side.
And there you have it. And we keep going with what we got in the cafe. I know. Happy Monday, everyone. But I went to a great event yesterday. Jen G invited me to Broward County Jewish Family Services. It was Feed the Need. It was feeding the hungry in Broward County. And they've got a tremendous food bank. And it was a beautiful, beautiful brunch down at one of the synagogues in Hollywood. So many people, because you know what? Food is really a basic need, right? Food and shelter. Everything above that is a gift. But everyone needs food. And it really becomes the normalizing aspect to everyone because food leads to disease. Food leads to different behaviors. Lack of food leads to ADD. These kids that are on free and reduced lunch, sometimes that's the only breakfast or lunch they get, and they don't eat again till the next day. So many things. So to be able to give back to a foundation, and it was non-denominational, talk about scarcity of food and what food does to people. It was incredible. There was a gentleman who donated $70,000 yesterday to the food pantry, which was truly a gift. And
He did that yesterday? Really?
This was, right in our backyard, and they're here for everybody. So it was a great brunch. And coming back, I was texting Sandra, and I said, let's do a show about self-limiting beliefs. What about things limits us from getting to the next place where we are? Because we all seem to have them. We may not call them self-limiting beliefs. But there's so many things, whether it's we can't be successful because, or we react to a situation, not because of what was said, but these old past beliefs we have, and
I think
comes
a lot
up.
of that stems from fear. Fear of not being able to do it, and fear of what happens if I do it, what's next. So I think a lot of what stops people from going into that next space is fear-based.
Well, I got
think
another.
a lot of it is because
I think that's a lot of it, but I got another theory as well. And I wanted to put it out there today. If you read something, right? If you go to college, now this I was taught at NYU, a whole different way of learning. If you guys are in college and you read something, is everything you read the God's honest truth? Do you
believe that, though?
Yes, I understand that, but does it mean you can't question truth? You can't question what you're reading?
No.
You can't, or you can't?
Can question.
I got one bigger than you. You should.
Question.
So just because you read something that somebody's read and everybody's made popular, doesn't mean
it's all fact.
I mean, there were reports about the opioids when it first came out about the best thing in the world.
But there are a lot of things in emotions. We play games in the first hour, right? What do games trigger in you? And it triggers something different in everyone, right? It goes back to your childhood, whether it was good or bad, it triggers an emotion. You and I were at a place last week, and someone said or didn't say something, and you saw my reaction to the situation. And you didn't like what you saw. But that was this fear of what this person did to me evoked a response, which I didn't even realize I did until Freddie said, you realize what your look was like. And it was one of these things that I guess just came back, again, like momentum mindset, these things that come back from past that bubble up and you don't even realize you do it, and then you have to move forward. And how do we deal with these situations? And I was reading something you put on LinkedIn this morning about a vision board, and I thought it was amazing because you talk about 3, and for lack of a better word, we're going to change one of them to the junk board.
Okay.
Because we're on radio, and the real word you'll be able to find on Sandra's LinkedIn page. The junk board, the vision board, and the future board.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get past the junk board because I wanted to talk about it on air with you.
Yes.
Because I think it'll resonate with a lot of things because keeps coming up over and over again. Can you talk about it?
Yes. So the junk board is something, we talk about vision boards. What do we want for the future? What do we want to see happen? But we don't address the things that really are those limiting beliefs or how we even got there. A lot of us have things that happen throughout our day that is junk. It's so easy to think of a negative thought. And it's so hard. You have to force yourself almost to think positively. Sadly, that's the truth of our brains. We're constantly looking for the danger in life. So this junk kind of comes at us and piles up on us, and we don't address it. We're thinking about the future, but we're not always thinking about what is it that's holding us back. So the junk board is putting down all of your junk on paper, and it's a ceremony. And I learned ceremony from studying shamanism a couple years back, and I love the idea. And I love that thinking, which is, really addressing these beliefs that we have that are holding us back. And these are both conscious and subconscious. The majority of them happen on a subconscious level. Like you said, sometimes these are things that you think you have addressed everything, you think you're on the right track, and then something triggers some thought subconsciously that now allows you to feel not, some negative way. And you don't know what that is because we don't always address those things on a daily basis.
But is it based on ourselves? Like, I could be real positive with everybody and be really negative towards me.
Exactly.
Is it easier to pick on the helpless one, is the one I call it?
Well, why do we show up for everybody else before we show up for ourselves?
Well, because
and I think a lot of it is this, and I even said to you after you said to me, did you see your reaction to that? And I thought about it because I didn't even know what it was. And it made sense to me, and I said to you, oh, I'm used to it. And you said you shouldn't be used to feeling that way, but it's something obviously way back that it triggered something.
Well, how can you change something you used to?
Well, this is what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. How do we get rid of those negative things that we're used to that we think we can deal with? Mm-hmm. But it's clearly limiting the growth and where we want to go. Kelsey?
I really like this idea, and I've talked before in some of the shows how I'm a proponent of going to therapy regularly, checking in with somebody. But a lot of folks don't like the idea of going to speak to a professional. They don't have the money, maybe. So this is a great alternative that anybody can participate in, where you can check in with yourself, and you write it all out, and you get it all out, and it sounds incredibly therapeutic and so accessible for everyone. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen.
Now, let me ask you a question. Sometimes you doubt your abilities to talk to yourself, right? So therefore you go to somebody else. If you have more confidence in your abilities to choosing wisely, because we all make mistakes, everybody does. But if you're more confident in some of the choices you make, will you feel more confident towards yourself? Because you can be the greatest person in the world giving advice to everybody else. To everybody else.
But you know what? There's no emotional, in my opinion, it's because we don't have emotional attachment to what we're telling them. We have that emotional baggage that we all carry around with.
So you
that
tell
we
them,
can't let go of our own. But I could tell Kelsey and my daughter, you look at it this way because you are great and you choose you first, and don't let anyone limit that, and be independent, be a strong woman. But for me to walk that walk, I've got my own emotional stuff I have to get through.
So you're lying.
Well, I'm not lying. I'm just saying it's
You're
different.
not telling the truth.
No, and I got to tell you that even therapists have this issue. Therapists who go through years of school, psychologists need therapy themselves, because it's easy to tell someone what you should do. It's very hard to swallow that pill yourself.
But then isn't the whole world looking at this and just coming to the realization that it's okay not to be okay?
I don't know. Let's go to commercial break and talk about that. I don't think it's okay not to be okay. I think we got to work through it, because if it's bringing up old emotions, then it's not
I think,
okay.
part of what he's saying. It's okay to realize that you're not okay as long as you recognize it and then try to deal with it.
And now we got to deal with it.
You got to work in the bubble, baby.
We got to get rid of that junk, work on that junk board. Give us a call, 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I had to give an extra bell because Michelle's in the middle. You doing?
We are back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a manic Monday. It's time to get rid of those self-limiting beliefs.
Manic is bad, isn't it?
A little bit of crazy Monday. It's a little bit of a crazy Monday. Not depressing unless you make it depressing.
What does manic mean?
Crazy.
Manic is crazy.
But you're never going to survive unless you're a little crazy, right?
Especially with this show.
You just don't want to be too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know something nice? I believe in the grease in the wheel with the most noise gets the most grease. So you should be a little crazy because it's just going to bring you back to normal.
That's loud. It's the.
I love being loud.
Well,
The louder, the better. You know why? Because nobody pays your rent but you, no? Do you rent space in your head?
Oh my gosh.
Do you rent it out? Is it you have a for sale sign?
I rent so much space. Other people rent so much space in my head, and we talked about this with Faith on Friday on the show. Is the things that you think about, are they your thoughts or are they other people's thoughts projected onto you that you are now carrying their baggage with it?
All of that.
All of it.
But Sandra
Right?
has this way that we can clear the junk out of our lives, clear this excess baggage, and then go on to creating a great
Oh, I wanna
vision
hear
board and
this.
create
I wanna hear
greatness.
this. Yeah, I want to hear how you do it.
Yeah. So the junk board. The junk board is putting down on paper everything, all the negative thoughts that you're constantly thinking throughout the day, that you've thought about, everything, whatever that may be. It could be past trauma.
You're going to write that down?
You're going to write it down and face it.
You got a big
Because
book?
the problem is that it stays in your mind until you face it face to face. It's easy to think a thought, and we're constantly thinking more negative thoughts than we are positive thoughts. So it's very important that we literally face it on paper. We take a pen to paper. It's a ceremony, and it's therapeutic. Put down the junk that you believe that is on your mind, whether it's beliefs about yourself, whether there are things that other people have said to you, whether it's stuff that you have feel that you failed on in life, whatever it may be.
Well, what defines those failures?
Everything.
Different to everyone.
If
But
it's
it's
a
your
negative thought,
interpretation.
your interpretation, whatever is in your mind that's a
So
negative
if you
thought.
can't tie your shoes, you may think that's a failure.
If you can't tie your shoes and that's the negative thought in your mind, I can't tie my shoes.
So
Look
that
at it.
goes in there.
Go
You
in
guys
it.
think you could do that? You think you can write down your negative thoughts?
And the
as
interesting
opposed to
thing is, you said 10
You do
minutes.
Yeah.
Only
What?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
What 10 minutes?
Only you take 10 minutes and do this.
A
It's
day?
not, or once. I don't know. Maybe there's one giant thought. Maybe there's one thing.
Hey, Dylan, can you do that?
No, I can't.
You cannot.
You cannot. Tell me why you can't, though.
He needs a mic.
Because I haven't attempted it.
Because here's what?
Attempted it yet.
You haven't
and
attempted
that's
yet.
the problem. And that's the benefit of a junk board, is that we're thinking the thought, but you don't really actively think about it in a way that is, okay, this is a negative thought that I'm thinking. You're just thinking it and you're believing it to be truth in your mind at that moment. It is truth to you. And that messes with your forward living and your forward approach to life.
And I think it's more than I'm not worthy enough, because why?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not even worthy.
But what is the self-limiting? I'm not good enough. All right. But what makes you feel you're not good enough? Was it a family member who once told you? Was it being bullied in school?
Yep.
Was it you didn't look the way you think you should look? Did you not get A? What is it that makes you feel that you are not good enough, right? It's getting to the root problem, not just the label, I don't deserve, I'm not good enough, but why?
Now, I got another question here, because, I mean, it's a good point. Fear, I think, has
Like
a lot to
Michelle
do
said,
with this.
yeah.
But when you have younger minds, there's a whole lot more room for growth, because they're going to take all that negative weight with them into their marriages, into their children's, into their grandchildren's, into their business.
Yep.
They're going to take it with them to McDonald's and every other place, right?
Yes.
So that little growth can become detrimental to themselves.
Well, look at what happened with the little boy from UT, the fourth grader who came in for college game day at school, and he drew his shirt with the UT on it.
I love
Right?
that story.
The girls apparently bullied him in the lunchroom, and he came back crying. And the teacher wrote this whole note, so much to the fact that UT responded and sent an entire box of UT game day apparel, and then manufactured his shirt, sold out. And you know what? And but it could have gone the other way, and then gives him a scholarship to college.
Well, hold on, but don't.
Wait, it could have gone the other
no,
way.
I understand that, but why do we have to have? Maybe it is about making noise. Okay.
It could have gone the other way, because if these kids had bullied him and he went home and cried, and there was not a positive outcome. Now, it didn't have to be to that magnitude, but UT was amazing what they did to stomp out bullying. This kid would have walked around with this and maybe never shown a creative side of him. Maybe now he becomes a great artist or
It could have
an
shut him
engineer, right? It could have shut him down for the rest of his life, that he would have carried this with him because he would not know how to release it.
Absolutely. Those are
But would that kind of story make an impact for people to do what you're asking them to do? Would that kind of story give you an impact to put down your negative thoughts on paper?
Well, I have a question about putting down your negative thoughts, because it seems easy to be able to sit down and write out what it is you don't like about yourself, but what would you say your tricks are for then reading that piece of paper and conquering what's there? How do you face what you've written down?
Yep. Yeah, so that's the next phase. So first you have to face it. First you have to have the realization that, okay, these are the negative things that I'm thinking about all of the time. There is power in looking at it on paper. There is immense power, because when it's up here, it's constantly doing a rotation of coming back around, and often it will come back around in the times when you need it not to be there, when you need to have that positive force to approach life. So these negative thoughts will come triggering to you when you can't afford them to. So putting them down on paper does several things. First, it allows you to release them.
Stand your mic, Sam.
It allows you to release them from your mind to paper. There is power from taking a thought that's in your mind on paper, whether positive, negative, or otherwise. When you put physically writing it, there is immense conscious power that happens when you put it on paper. Second, you're looking at it. The odds are, half the time you're looking at it and you may laugh and you may think like, wow, I can't believe that that's truth. You will question you start questioning that thought in your mind. The next process of it is letting it go. You accept it as part of your life, but you have to let it go in order to move forward. It will not ever release from your consciousness and your subconsciousness if it's still triggering there. So the point is to put it down on paper, face it. Sometimes it may be truth and sometimes it may be not. There's a wonderful book by a woman named Byron Katie. It's called Loving What Is. And it is accepting life for all that it is. And sometimes we tell ourselves lies that we believe to be truths. And you have to question these things in your mind. You have to say, is that really true? Is it really true?
Because we're good at that anyway.
We're good at saying, this is what I'm mad about, and this person said this, or this is what happened to me. But when you put it down on paper, then you have to look at it and face it. Is it really true?
Or is it our reaction?
Or is it our reaction to it?
And then why do we react to it, right? And Michelle said out of fear. And I just want to finish the point with Kelsey. You write it down, you release it, and you talk a couple ways. One is you can throw it in your fireplace, right? Or two is if or not, rip it up to shreds.
Yes.
And get rid of it.
Yes.
Or put in a shredder. I mean, whatever you need to physically do to release that.
Yes. And you have to tie emotion to it, because when you feel those emotions, you feel the emotion, feel the pain, feel the hurt, face it now. Then you chop it up, cut it up, burn it, and feel the release of it upon your life. Feel the burden escape from you. You have to, in order to get over something that's negative in your life. And it could be a parent left when you were 2 years old that you think it didn't affect you, but in some way it did. You feel less worthy. You feel something traumatic that you're not really facing because it's on a very subconscious level. So when you face it and when you burn it or when you release it, there is a release of, this isn't true. This isn't my life. This isn't the way it needs to be. And this is how I can't progress with this burden. I'm going to release it and get rid of it.
I got a question. Okay, so that's burden number one. You're releasing, bye-bye. The next day you get another burden.
No, this is all of them. All these self-limiting beliefs.
But you get a new belief.
Let's say you get a new belief. You do the same thing. You don't, and you know what? We need to train our brains to do it without that piece of paper as well. This is an exercise, a ceremonial exercise that you could do for all of your baggage you're holding on to right now. But if new beliefs, once you do that, you start training your brain to be able to do this at any point. So if somebody comes at you with something negative, you're able to say, that's not really true. Let me burn it in my, and you can visualize it burning away versus physically doing it.
You know, that's really unique, the way she put this whole idea together. When I was a coach, I used to bring in envelopes with stamps on them. And I had every player that I've ever had write one positive thought about themselves. I'm a good person. I'm a good player. I'm a quarterback. And I had them seal it and mail it. And on the outside of the envelope, there was, this is me, mail. And they mailed that envelope to themselves. And I said to them, you don't open this envelope until you're having a real bad day. But the object of the game was, what's the classification of a bad day, right? So, if you lose your mom and dad, I'm going to tell you something, it don't get worse than that. That's a bad day. If you lose your dog, you get an F in school. So all the kids got their letters back and they all brought them when we won our championship game, and none of them opened that letter. I hope they still have it. I've never heard it, but this way, where you are actually facing your fears and saying, you know something, you could do something about it.
You know, because we have, and we talked about the paper towels.
Yes.
And we have the paper towel room on our side room, and it's all of these great things we all want to manifest. But there's something about them that we write it, but do we really believe we can achieve it? Because somewhere in our back of our minds, for some of us, maybe not everybody, there's a self-limiting belief of maybe I'm not worthy of this. And I'm going to write it down and say, it's not going to happen.
But how come you use the word worthy?
Why? What
I don't understand what the word worthy of what?
If you don't feel like you're important enough to do this or to do that, if you don't feel like you're big enough to do whatever it is that you're thinking about, if you feel like you're not worthy, if you feel like you're not strong enough, important enough, rich enough, whatever,
smart enough, good looking enough, we can play this game all day long.
But that's didn't grow up in the right household, didn't grow up in the right economic status.
So if you say the word I am enough,
I'll be back.
Is that enough?
If you feel it.
If you believe it.
If you feel it and you believe it,
Man,
right?
I'll give you a quarter if you can say it. If you can say it. Because, there's an old saying that
I am
tell
worthy.
people. Well, there you go. I'm going to give you a quarter. I'm going to take it up from there. Listen, I used to talk to people. I used to say to people, if you can say it, that's the beginning to feeling it.
But I think if you believe it and you can say it and you feel it, but then somehow these old things pop up. And you don't realize they pop up until someone sees it in your expression like you did for me. And I went, wow, you're right. And it happened, and I felt it happening again over the weekend.
But you allowed it.
But I didn't realize it was still there.
You welcomed it. And I was furious.
I didn't realize it was still there, and I said to you,
Is it still there?
No, because now I can address it, but I really didn't even realize it was a thing until it happened. And then it happened again on Friday, and I told you again on Friday. I didn't realize that was a feeling I still had until a situation happened. And that's when I said to Sandra, I can't just be me, right? There has to be other people that are feeling this.
Yeah.
And then I found your article this morning. Clearly, we had talked about
Another bell.
And there you have it. And you wrote, we talk about vision boards and people, they write magazines and pictures and all these great things they want. But in my opinion, we can't achieve the greatness or we can't enjoy our successes unless we get rid of that baggage.
Exactly. Do you know how many vision boards are out there that have gone unmanifested because people are holding on subconsciously to these negative thoughts?
Well, honey, this is why manifestation to me makes no sense. I'm sorry.
Manifestation is the art of creation. It is a spiritual thing.
It is happening. You just got to catch up. If I hit you with a hammer on your finger, it's going to hurt, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you caught up to pain.
Yes.
If you know in your heart that you can accomplish, you can have all the vision boards you want until you read into them and believe in yourself, not the board. The board ain't going to do it.
I want to ask Tiffany because Tiffany, and I don't mean to keep putting you on the spot, but your story is just a remarkable story. And then I'm going to go to our younger generation and ask them.
Thank you for asking.
That's not on.
It's not?
I hear.
Here you go. 83.
Testing. Okay. Dawn.
Okay, now.
Dawn gave an example of using archetypes from the subconscious with the little green soldiers. So that is this same thing as a vision board, but the vision board goes into the subconscious, but Dawn brings hers out of her subconscious, which I think is remarkable. Mm-hmm. And it stands to reason because of her personality. She's a personality. And so the writing negative would be a stream of consciousness streaming. So stream it out. I'm so grateful to hear this message. And once that's out, then insert into your subconscious, because what's going in your subconscious is what's manifesting. And but Dawn can manifest something through archetypes. So we all value archetypes, whether it's God, a father, a soldier, Zeus, Hermes, Thoth, all of those archetypes. Our culture, within our culture, we have archetypes. I like green aliens.
But think about things that happened in your past, right? And how you have overcome some of those. Forget limiting beliefs. I mean, you worked with Langley. You were an engineer, and you created amazing things for our country, for the world, for our armed forces, services. But yet, then you became homeless. And these self-limiting beliefs for you of something. There was something in you.
Torment. I'm tormented.
But
I only just became untormented in the last couple of days when I got housing.
But then, Tiffany, let me ask you a question. You're an educated woman, okay? And I understand you've been down a rough patch, and you're coming back. You're coming back bigger and louder and bigger and bolder. But Tiffany never changed. Circumstances in your life did. And what I'm trying to tell you is, what'd you call it? Archetypes?
Archetype. Okay,
look in the mirror. That's the number one archetype. It's yourself. Because the bottom line is you owe it to yourself to be who you are.
But you think differently than a lot of people.
Hey, we all think the same, Dawn.
Listen, so we operate two ways. We have our conscious and our subconscious mind. Most of the people that you think it would be obvious. Okay, listen, just you're walking the path. Most of the people are either thinking about things that have happened in the past, or they're thinking about things they want to do in the future. when you're not operating in the now, you're operating in your subconscious mind. You're on autopilot. You're not consciously.
That's reaction.
You're not, but it's science, and it's 90% of society. Sadly, we're not living in the present moment. We're thinking about the crap that has held us back, our brokenness. We're thinking about our brokenness. Why are we not where we want to be? Oh, it's because of this, and I went through this, and I'm sad about this, and this is why, and oh, woe me. And that's normal, because it's our sadness, our brokenness. Or we're thinking about, I want to get there, and how am I going to get there, and how. So you're operating, whether you're driving a car, you ever drive a car and realize, oh crap, I'm already here. I'm already here. You know, I remember passing that house that I always see. You're operating on autopilot. Most of society is. You're thinking about past or future. You're not living in the present moment.
So feeling sorry for yourself is a normal state of mind.
Everybody does it.
That's not what I'm
Kelsey,
asking.
it's not feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah, that's.
So what do we do to operate in the present? Then we make that to-do list of things we need to do now to get to the future place we want to be.
You learn to tap into your mind, and you learn to recognize it. First is to recognize it. Recognize, hold on, I'm thinking about negative thoughts, or hold on, I'm thinking about future. Let me be grateful and enjoy this moment. I'm alive, I'm breathing. What do I have in front of me? Gratitude.
And when that feeling comes up, before we go to commercial break, I'm giving everyone a chance to get there. When that feeling comes up and that aha moment like I had on Friday, it doesn't mean it's going to feel good.
Yeah, but that's a different conversation. Let's stick with this one first.
But when those thoughts come up, it's not you go, oh, you know what, this is a bad thought. I'm so grateful for the good thing. Sometimes that bad thought has to sit with you for a minute.
Well, hold on a second.
You have to recognize it and then let it go.
If you're thirsty and you have a glass of water, do you drink it?
Yes.
Okay. Think about all the 15 different things you have to do to drink that water. You have to acknowledge you're thirsty. You got to touch the glass. You got to bring it to your lip and not at your ear. You got to make sure you drink it and swallow. You got to make sure you don't choke. You got to.
Yes.
You got to.
You got to.
Okay, so I'm going to switch it over to the other side. You are the best. Believe that. It's just like drinking water. It isn't difficult until you make it difficult.
Well, we're trying to make it.
I want to go into the 90% of the brain that says it's okay to be feeling sorry for yourself.
No, you don't want to feel sorry for yourself. You want to release that and grow to be the best person you can be.
That's right.
Give us a call, 888-565-1470. How do you like this conversation?
It's pretty good.
We'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
What's with all the excitement? Join us at Game of Axes, Boynton Beach. The game is simple and learning to throw is fun and easy. For more information, search our website, gameofaxes.com, or call us at 561-617-0120. With the help of our talented axe masters, you will be hitting bullseyes in no time. Game of Axes is located at 12550 South Military Trail. Let's get throwing!
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Roberto Clemente.
And we are back. I love having these conversations with you, and I purposely didn't tell you what we were talking about today
You're
because
ringing my bell,
I wanted to know what was going on in your mind. Well, not really, but
Well, after what happened this morning, you came at the best time because you calmed me down.
Yay!
But
I
I'm
love
fired
that.
up. All right, so let's go to this segment here
We're going to
because
talk
she
to
has
Michelle
to leave.
Cancro from the Heart of Delray Gallery, talking about Artist Tip of the Day because it is Dot Day, and how do you leave your mark on the world creatively? And this is a practice you can do. You can join International Dot Day and see what creatively you do. We're going to talk about one of the new artists you have in the gallery.
This artist is not actually new, but we have more of his pieces in.
The piece we have outside,
Stunning.
Adam and Eve, right?
Yes,
Spectacular.
stunning.
Now, you know something? I can do this.
No,
I don't
you
think
can't.
so.
I can't do it as good as him.
No, you can't do this.
This looks like a stick figure.
Tell us who this artist is.
This is Clemente Mimon. He's in his early 80s. He's been painting since he was a teenager. He is well known. He's been in multiple galleries. We've had a couple pieces in his in the gallery. We now have several more because we're working with him to do more with him. I've actually done 2 collaborations with him, which is very cool to do a collaboration with another artist, but to do one with who's as well known and as sophisticated as Clemente is just it's a big thing.
Tell me the artistic value of what he brings to the table
on this piece.
Yeah,
his pieces are very they speak a lot, even if you don't see it. Like this,
I didn't say I didn't.
This is a musician, but it's also a musician who's celebrating. He has balloons. He's happy. Clemente's pieces tend to bring out happy thoughts. Some of them are, you'll see pieces that are musicians and it's like a party or it's a celebration. Or he'll have a piece with a person who's with their dog, their animal, because the animal makes you happy and it's part of your family, and he really loves animals. So everything he does is people dancing, Adam and Eve, somebody romantic, 2 lovers together. But it's colorful and it's bright and it's happy and it's cheerful. And even though it's abstract, you still, if you look at it long enough, you can see what it is. And this person is, it's on a beach and here's, island pieces on the background. So there's like a lot to look at and just kind of gives you a feel good kind of.
And nobody does this. I've never seen anything like this.
I've never seen anything like this, which is for me, when you look at this, it's Clemente. And that's kind of the big thing with any artist is you want to be able to look at somebody and look at their work and say, I know that's a
Clemente.
Bonnie Perlin,
Yeah.
a Clemente Mimon, a Jeannie, Bilbo, whoever. Thomas Arvid, who's coming in, in November. You want to be able to acknowledge the style, the feel, the subject matter. And he's very clear.
What I love about this piece, it lends itself really to our conversation that we've been having, Sandra. It's, and you didn't know, right? Because you brought this piece in an hour ago and it's been sitting here. So not even knowing the conversation, you brought this piece in and it's these memories, right? So whatever it is that's invoking happiness in him, And he's able to express it through his artwork. And you can
Yes.
feel it. You can look at it, feel it. It's the colors.
And all of his work is like that. I've gone to his studio, and every single piece in his studio makes me feel happy.
Every single, and you've
Every
changed
single
some
one.
of the pieces in the hallway when we
Yeah.
come in now, so we get to see you walking into Studio A. And I love it.
Yeah, we
Big
brought some
pieces
new work
too.
in. Yeah,
Big pieces.
well, we want big pieces because people in Florida have
big homes,
big
high
walls.
walls.
High walls. Yeah, so smaller pieces are great, bigger pieces are better. But Clemente, I would have every piece that I could possibly
Will he
have
be
by
here
him.
October 4th?
I hope so.
What's happening October 4th?
October 4th is our wine and spirits tasting. It's our kickoff event for the season. So, we're not going to do our typical art walks this year. We're going to try to do some kind of a different event every month during season. So the wine and spirit tasting on October 4th from 6 to 9 p.m. here at the Heart of Delray Gallery at 1440 North Federal Highway, Delray Beach, is our first kickoff event. And it's perfect because it is preceding our event with Thomas Arvid, November 15th and 16th. And Thomas Arvid paints wine and spirits, mostly really, really nice wines. And he is an internationally known artist who will be here, and he will be painting. He will be signing things when he's here. He is a very fun person to hang out with. So the October 4th event is a great segue into the November 15th event.
We've made it through summer, and it's now time to get back into season.
It's time to get back into season. It's time to get back into playing with some artists and having some fun.
Thank
How
you,
many
Michelle.
how many artists do you have here?
We have over 80 artists. I think we're around 87, 88 right now. And I'm sure it'll change as we go through the next couple months. But we're kicking into more and more artwork in here. And everybody has been painting or creating their hearts away all summer. So we are ready for season.
Very cool.
Thank you. All right, stop on in, save the date, October 4th. And tomorrow we are live at Anchor Inn.
Anchor Inn.
Lakeside Anchor Inn at the Tiki Room. And on Wednesday, we're going to be live at Ramona's Kosher Kitchen. So two totally different venues, but a lot of great content coming
Cafe
forward.
with pizza. My kind of place.
Okay.
On Wednesday. And Ramona happens to be my mother's name. May she rest in peace. And when they called in, they wanted us to do a show from there. We said, boom. Now, tomorrow we are going to show a new piece of what we do. We are going to be doing the mini on location. We are going to show people out there that if you have a business and you want to come into the cafe, no longer you have to call in and do the thing with the phone and all that. We're going to be able to send a crew out and actually put it together so you can be part of what we do and maybe boost a little bit of energy into your place because season is upon us.
Bring your business to television.
Do you know where I went on Saturday night? IPIC Theater in Atlantic. Do you know that I have tickets given to me from Christmas years ago at the IPIC? And I said, let me use them, right? So I went to see Angel Has Fallen. You seen that movie? Isn't that a remarkable movie? Did you know that there was a lot of reference to our present president in that movie? A ton of reference.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, a ton of reference of what could go wrong in a democracy. And it is a scary, scary thought. It was a great movie, yes?
I really enjoyed it. I'm a critic and stay away from TV and movies, but I really got a lot out of that. I could relate.
Yeah, well, you're in the military, that's why.
Right.
They
that's
had
why.
all sorts of military stuff.
Anti-terrorism.
Oh, yes. So it is a nice segment to what you're talking about here. You can make movies going. We're going to have Game Boys come on. We got this new mini coming out. We're going to put all of our producers to work on this Game Boy. We are also doing Latino structure. We got Manuel doing things in Spanish. And one of the reasons I'm talking to this young lady as well, because she has another life.
United Latinas. I did not realize it started just in October,
Yeah.
which is remarkable. Sandra, everything you bring to the table is so incredible. And if people want to do some of these sessions with you, how do they contact you?
They can go to planyourcompany.com or follow me on Facebook, Sandra Noemi Torres, or Plan Your Company. Either will, if you Google it, you should be able to pull me up. My phone number is 908-367-0794. Easily accessible.
I was scrolling through your page today because all the algorithms in my social media guru over here, Kelsey, I don't see people's posts. I see the same posts or I don't see anything over and over. So I actually went through your page and I went, wow, I wanted to share everything on that page.
Aw.
And that's when I found your LinkedIn article. And I thought, that is remarkable, just that junk board. Just get rid of, like we have the junk drawer. We should maybe like burn all our junk drawers. Because all this old stuff that we're holding on to, like pack rats, right? So this is emotional baggage we all hold on to. We need to release it to get some new things. It's like going shopping. You got to clean out your closet to get in the new.
Get a new pair of shoes, baby.
Yeah. Clean out your closet, clean out the old emotional baggage, make room for something new. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, up at Lakeside Anchor Inn. Come out and join our fun at the Tiki Bar. Sammy Davis Jr. Look alike. Woo-woo. Be kind to each other.
Are you ready for the challenge? Do you know what's coming? Are you ready to become a healthier you in 12 weeks? Welcome to Shred Zone. Shred Zone Fitness offers a personalized training program that you can do. With 30 minutes of time and online daily support, motivation, and a customized, easy, and flexible program designed with you in mind. Contact us at shredzoneonline.com and Shred Zone Fitness Studio, 561-331-2059. Shred Zone Online gives you 24/7 access to your personal trainer, personalized nutrition suggestions, strength training, and weekly accountability. Contact Shred Zone today at 561-331-2059. Let Shred Zone shred you to a better health. ShredZoneOnline.com or 561-331-2059.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.